Basically, I slept really weird, so like this whole half of my neck just, I can't turn it, I can't do anything.
Oh God.
I know.
I didn't sleep at all last night. Children at the age of 1 year old are very, very
He's downstairs. He's downstairs.
Yeah, he's downstairs. Do you
I
guys wanna
haven't
see
seen him
Issa?
for ages. I literally haven't seen him for time.
He might be out in the garden soon, just doing his
thing.
After he kept me awake the whole night. But yeah, I always think the first 3 weeks are dead, and then they're like the next 4 weeks of Love Island's like the World Cup. Do you know what I mean?
find really annoying though? That like Davide, how do you even say his name?
I keep thinking Davido.
Basically Davido didn't put any of the black girls for a chat.
Yeah.
He was just literally, you know, that just makes
But
me
we
realise,
don't, that's the thing though, I don't know, we don't know if he's done that and they've just edited it out.
it could be on like the unseen bits.
Yeah,
It could be
true,
on the
on
unseen
some.
bits. But what we've seen is that he hasn't pulled any of like Amber, India, like none of the brown girls. And also, like, what I find really telling is that like India is like, I would say, the most beautiful girl in the house.
I think she's so boss.
So
She's
stunning.
so hot.
But none of those other boys would see, like, they don't consider her as, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tasha would be like the like beauty for them.
Yeah.
So they've been, it just shows me like how they've been socialized.
Yeah. I even think Amber's really pretty.
Yeah. Like I look at them and I think, wow, these girls are beautiful, but these guys aren't seeing what we're seeing, and it's crazy.
But do you think when people are like, when people live in diverse areas, they're more willing to date people of those cultures? Whereas if they're from like a rural little village in bloody Leicestershire, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not exposed to those people, so their preferences might be different. Not that that's an excuse for them not to be exposed.
We just lost light. I just think that beauty is socially constructed.
Yeah, it is.
And like for them, what they have been taught to be beautiful isn't necessarily people
Of different
skin colours, tones, things like that.
They all encourage each other as well, because when they did that first challenge, they were all just making out with Tasha and Gemma.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Tasha and Gemma for them is like, that's like BZ.
And Gemma's 19. I mean, it's not a problem, but like, why is she with Davide? He's 27 years old.
Why is she even on the show?
She was 16 2 years ago. At the start of COVID, she was finishing high school.
To be like, in her defence, you know what I mean? She's like Team GB, international dressage, like probably been in the Olympics.
She's Michael Owen's daughter.
She's Michael Owen's daughter. Very like wealthy.
But I'm not judging her. I'm judging
like,
the
she's
guy.
just had a different life to like everyone else, compared to like Luca the fishmonger. Do you know what I mean?
She has. Oh, and it wasn't nice how she took the piss out of
I didn't like that
I didn't
either.
like that. She was very smuggy with that. But the other thing I was going to say is...
But she's
like,
just
why
lived a life where people are just
privilege.
constantly validating.
Exactly.
She's been like validating.
But I want her to stay because I want the drama. I don't want her to
I don't know if she's going to bring drama.
I think
she's a bit
will.
boring and rude.
No, I like it. Anyway, we'll see. The other thing I was going to say is, Davide is saying that he wants someone serious to build a life with. Why are you picking a 19-year-old?
But then does he know her age?
Are they not talking? Right. We haven't even introduced the video.
I hate this lighting.
It is, but what can we do? This is our natural form. Sometimes we look buff, sometimes we don't. Just accept it. Maybe don't go that far back forward. You can see I've got massive pores here. I don't know what to do. What sort of skincare product can reduce these pores? Anyone in the comments, please let me know. Anyway, hello everyone.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
My name is Hala.
I'm Colton, and today we have another scenario.
Today's scenario is it's love. It's bordering on love. It's unrequited love, isn't it?
It's forbidden love.
It's forbidden love. I, American agnostic, have fallen utterly in love with my PA, 20 female Somali American. Agnostic, by the way, means when someone's not sure about believing in God.
Or they believe something was there, but they just don't know.
Yeah. I hope someone can come up with a solution to this. Sorry if this is garbled. Just getting all my thoughts out. She's been working part-time for me since September 2013. At first I didn't physically notice her since she doesn't wear makeup and wears a hijab and a long sleeve dress. Ibaya, he wrote, I think.
Ibaya, I think.
But in getting to know the strength of her personality and her inner beauty, I'm genuinely struck by her. She is my dream woman and I want to be with her, but she's a devout Muslim and seems to love her faith.
Oh.
She is intelligent and so soft-spoken and sweet and very gentle and kind-hearted. I've recently found out she volunteers at homeless shelters on the weekends and she teaches English to refugees. She is in university studying education and wants to be a teacher. She has the most beautiful smile I've ever seen and I can't stop thinking about her. She doesn't treat me any different than any of my other colleagues and is very reserved with me, doesn't really tell me about herself. Most of what I know about her I've asked my co-workers about, and she has erected a barrier between us. Very professional but very aloof too. Everything about her is exactly what I'm looking for in a girlfriend/wife. It's funny how first I thought she was plain looking, unremarkable, and now I regularly fab to the thought of her undressing for me.
Now we're left. Now we're left.
How can I progress this?
So he fantasizes about her undressing. Right, so this could either be one of two things. It could either be a fetish, or he could actually really
Like her.
love her, yeah.
But why is the last sentence? She was plain looking and remarkable and I regularly fabbed with the thought of undressing her for me. How can I progress this? But what do you want to progress?
Exactly.
Are you saying you love her and you want a relationship with her? But I need to stop you there, my friend, and let you know that she's a Muslim woman, which means there's no relationship. She needs to get married and she needs to be married to someone who is Muslim. That's just, that's literally.
What is he, an agnostic American?
Yeah.
And how old is he? 34?
34 and she's 20.
She's 20. There's nothing wrong with that.
Davide and Gemma situation.
It's literally Davide and Gemma. I mean, I just don't think that they're compatible, to be honest. Because you know what? The things that he's picking out are like, he likes what she does in her spare time. He likes the way she looks. He thought she was like a bit of a plain Jane before, but now he's starting to see her in a new light. But he doesn't know anything about her. He doesn't know about her family. He doesn't know about like...
No. Everything he knows about her, he knows
it's just from the
college.
surface. It's like on the surface. It's nothing deep. So, okay, I can understand that he might fancy her or he might find her attractive. But I do,
and he might like, he likes the qualities that she does.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think it's love.
No.
I just think it's...
He's infatuated.
Yeah, there's an infatuation. He's a bit lusty.
And I don't think you need to be lusting after our good sister like that. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you know what? The thing is, like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Like, he's got a little workplace crush.
Yeah.
Which is
But
fine.
are you trying to make her the work wife?
Yeah, and he hasn't,
or
and he hasn't acted on it. He hasn't acted on it, but I just...
us how to act on it.
Yeah, so I think what he should do is, like, he needs to... I was going to say speak to her, but he probably does already speak to her, doesn't he? If she's a colleague, but it's probably like a professional manner. Level. I don't know, like, this is quite difficult. How do non-Muslim men pursue Muslim women? Yeah, so I just find that the fact that he's saying that he's utterly in love, like, that's so misleading. He's not in love.
He's not in love.
He doesn't know her. She's a 20-year-old woman who works with him. He hasn't mentioned anything about just like conversations that they've had with each other. They haven't had any sort of interaction with each other, and there's nothing coming out of that. Everything is just sort of like surface level.
I feel like it's a bit like he's got an exotic fetish
type of thing. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's someone different. She's different to him.
Exactly. He's never sort of seen anything like this before. Like someone who, you know, covers up or like teaches.
But you want to undress her suddenly. That's nice qualities that someone can have that he can like
he can admire, but I
this.
don't think admiration is essentially being utterly in love.
Exactly.
And I just think that he's basically jumping the gun a little bit. He's done nothing in terms of just like, there's no conversation between them.
No.
How can you say that you're in love with someone if you haven't even spoken to the person that you're claiming to be in love with? Yeah, so I just think
it's surface level for me.
It's an infatuation, it's lusty, it's surface, it's not love.
No.
he fancies her.
But how can he progress this?
I don't think he should.
I don't think he should.
She's 20 years old. She's coming to work. She's minding her business. She's doing what she needs to do. You're 34. Like, you're so different in terms of, like, is he ready is he ready for the expectations that are required of him if he pursues
Muslim
this
women,
woman?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what non-Muslim men tend to, like, forget, is if you're going to pursue a Muslim woman, it's just going to be very tricky. And it's going to send a lot of shockwaves. So are you prepared for that?
Is your love that strong?
Is your utterly in love
that strong?
That strong?
And if it is, because sometimes it works out, and sometimes this is a way for someone to find their path to Islam again. But forgetting all of that, you've already admitted what your beliefs are. Everything's going against this. And if you're being really serious, you would have had a conversation with her, spoken to her, like,
and just
shown a bit of
asked
interest.
her how she feels about his religious views, things like that. They're not having any of those conversations. It's nothing.
You don't even know what she likes, what food she likes.
Yeah,
you don't know what her favourite colour is.
He's actually fantasising. It's an office fantasising sort of scenario.
Yeah, I don't think you should do much about it. I think you're a big 34-year-old man. Concentrate on that.
I just feel like these are thoughts that he, again, hasn't acted on. If he were to act on it, I think he just needs to weigh up the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Like, is his love really that strong?
Workplace relationships are very awkward, can I say. I once worked in a place where 2 people were having an affair.
Really?
And the wife would constantly call the place that I was working to check up on her husband.
Oh, because she knew something was wrong?
Yeah, and he and everyone else just didn't know what to say. It was very awkward. It wasn't my place to say. I wasn't really involved that way. I used to work part-time. But a lot of workplace relationships are very, very awkward. And they make situations awkward. But sometimes workplace relationships are very beautiful and they work. And people meet and they get on and, like, they carry on relationships.
But it's also quite difficult. If you're working together and then also at home together constantly, it's just, do you know what I mean? You need your space.
You do. And then the concept of having, like, a work husband and a work wife. Would you think that's bordering on cheating?
It's just a bit strange.
Like someone that you're really like.
It's just a bit strange.
I think if it's to the level where you're really excited to see this person every morning,
that's work with them, I'm sorry, but
to have lunch together, you're
crossing a boundary.
Yeah, I think that's crossing a boundary. I just think work people should stay at work. Occasionally have, like, meals together, do what you do, bond as a team.
Yeah.
But unless it's like your work friend.
I'm just laughing at this 34-year-old agnostic American man is taking
this fetish, this little Somali guy.
Our little Somali.
Just leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
Imagine what her thoughts are if she's sitting there. Imagine she just looks at him, she thinks, ugh, and, like, he's having deep thoughts about her.
I know. And she's
about
just
undressing her. Ew.
Imagine she turns around and she says, I'm sorry, but you are not my brand.
You are not the brand that I go for. I'm so sorry. I must decline on this occasion.
Exactly. Miskeen, she's such a miskin.
She doesn't even know what's going on. This man, this old man is fetishizing on her.
He's not old. Don't call him old. He's not old.
He's not old.
It's just, you know what it is? He's a bit more mature in comparison to her. And I just don't
But how creepy. This man's just sitting on the corner just watching her, like.
Yeah.
Can I imagine how it looks to him? Take off her abaya.
He literally imagines that when he's around her. That's what makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
That's creepy.
Like, why are you thinking about that stuff? Like, surely you should be thinking about, like,
to unravel her stuff. Ew!
Yeah,
that's so
surely
creepy.
you should be thinking about respectable ways to like
talk to her.
Yeah, to approach her. Hi, how was your day? What have you been up to?
That might change things for you, you never know.
Exactly. Like, that's if he was serious, but I don't think he's serious. I just think he's thinking with his willy.
I agree. What do you guys think? Please let us know. Has this happened to you? Have you been approached by a work-based crush? Have they said anything to you? Did you reciprocate?
Anyway,
guys, let us know what you think's in the comments down below.
What do you think our good agnostic American friend should do?
What should our good sister do?
Our sister should do nothing.
Imagine he came and unfolded this information to her lap. I'd be very shocked.
I know, but he hasn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're going by just sort of the facts of the scenario, neither have done anything. I don't think she should do anything, but what should he do?
I just think he should leave it alone.
Is he, what was the word he used? Is he utterly in love?
I don't think so.
Let us know in the comments below.